Oh shit, I don't even have my earphones up here. Hey y'all. I don't know if you guys can hear me yet or not. I'll give it a few seconds. And of course, my dogs are right with me as always. Hey everybody. Hey Kirks, the panel, Mocus, Some Beach. Kirks, I put it in the ticker. If you're here. I don't know if you're here or not. But I did put it in the ticker. So far, let me check my email. Let me check and see if I've gotten anything new. So far, I haven't gotten any emails except for the one where one of my videos was reported, but it has nothing to do with them. I'm just going to give a few minutes till more people pop in. Oh, there we go. Hey, Navy. Hey, everybody else that's just popping in. Hey, Granny. Hey, Kathy. This is going to be kind of basic, just a Friday check-in. I'm going to post a video later. Friday Fright is still coming, but it's coming in video form because that bitch is getting left up. It'll get struck, I'm sure, by a certain person, but I don't care whatsoever. The truth is coming out. And yes, that's totally towards you. So get prepared. Hey, Hope. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Carla. All right. First of all, how's everybody doing? Tell me how your guys' week has been. Hey, Daphne. Yeah, Daphne, we're going to talk about that some because it's starting to get to a lot of people. A lot of people's mental health is greatly being impacted by this because we're going rounds in circles. We're 4 months in, and now we've just taken, for some reason, a massive step back to the start. And they are amping up every single freaking thing that they possibly can. How's everybody doing? Mocus, it is here too. The mornings are cool. And then in the afternoons, it gets in the 70s, sometimes 80s, and then it cools off again. So I start off in like sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And then like right now I'm sitting here in getting intense. I've been trying to tell everybody since moment one, and you guys will see some of this in the Friday Fright. I'm actually, once again, going to be completely transparent and show the messages between me and a said person from start to finish on both of her alts because I'm sick and tired of the narrative that's being ran with. I've tried not to go this far. I have tried to give her options to stop coming at me because that's not the thing she wants to do. I have never done anything to her. I'm not involved with any of this stuff. I gave people a platform and a place to talk about their experiences because they've gone through way worse than what I have. But once again, I'm all about transparency. So we will be knocking all of that out today because I have had it. And Molly is running with a narrative there too, that she's getting her info from Erica. And yes, I have a clip of it. And Erica, everybody's running now because Erica knows everything about everybody. No, I'm sitting right here. Most of us are all sitting right here, but I'm going to talk on that in my video, but that we're going to come to too, because this drama with all of the bullshit, my inbox, I wish you guys could see some of these messages that come to my inbox. Yesterday, well, last night when I was asleep, I got a message that said, "Keep hiding, bitch. You're only showing your face because you're fat and ugly, or you're only not showing your face because you're fat and ugly. And you know that Molly is going to cut you down to the person you are." Just so everybody is well aware, that's not why I'm not showing my face. I don't care what anybody thinks of my looks, first and foremost, but that's definitely not the case. But this is amping up, and now people are coming to the inbox. Most of the time, my inbox is pretty okay, except a lot of the side drama. And I want to address some of this because I have one focus I came to YouTube for one thing and one thing only. I fired back up my Facebook page for one thing and one thing only. And that was truth in this story. Nothing but trying to get to the bottom and the truth of this story. All this other bullshit, the sideline drama, group chats, Molly's Patreon, who's running behind the scenes and doing one thing. There is so much shady shit going on, y'all. So much shady shit. And I can't tell you how many fake freaking profiles, people that aren't who they say they are. Like, there is so much shit. And it's been happening since day one. But I want nothing to do with any of that. So if you're coming to me and trying to put me in the middle of anybody else's bullshit, don't do it, because it's not going to work. I have no animosity towards anybody, any groups, any chats, any person, anything. This is about finding the facts, and that's all. Let me go back up. Hey, Sarah. Hey, B. Clemson girl. Who else did I miss popping in? Probably a bunch of you. But it's getting out of hand, like crazy out of hand. And I just, don't get me wrong, I like a train wreck too. Obviously, that's why I'm on Facebook. I like a train wreck, but this is going way too far. Way too many people are being involved. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Am. Hey, Juliet. Anybody else I missed? Hey, RL. But it's just getting to be crazy. Yeah. Sarah, I don't understand what is happening. Why are we going back and sharing all these old videos to amp up this shit? And that's another thing too, you guys. Trolls don't bother me whatsoever. I love trolls most of the time. Some of them are funny as hell, and the other ones don't faze me whatsoever. I'm not new to this. I'm not fazed by a lot of this. I saw a lot of it coming in. You'll hear I even tried warning this other person many times. Tried to tell her, look, this is not what it seems, but we're going to keep pushing. So yes, it's so much drama. Yeah, Molly's going to cut me down. Yeah, Molly's going to cut me down on my looks. You notice that once again, they went for my looks. And these people, again, I don't know who runs this alt or anything. It's a brand new alt that I could care less. But that just makes no sense to me. Why do you need to cut somebody down about the looks? Can't we talk about the facts? It's just nuts. Harnico, I don't know. I'm new to YouTube, but this is a whole new world that I have stumbled into. And as far as where I'm at right now, I can't wait to get away from this community. I have never seen so much blatant lies, just the sensationalizing of these cases, the accounts that are profiting off of missing children, the exploitation of victims and their families. Like, it is so extensive. And I hate to say it, but even some of these bigger YouTubers that people have been sending me and saying, oh, you'll really like this person. I like their first video or two. And then I start realizing more about the creator. And I'm like, no, sorry. No, not for me. In my head, because it just feels like we're just going in circles and circles and circles. And the same thing, like, they just keep going back to the same drama. You notice yesterday, she couldn't get a rise out of certain people, so she made a show out of her best friend. And I'm sorry, but if that person is your best friend or so important to you, you don't bring him on in front of your audience and then let your audience cut him down, when he himself has said that he is struggling majorly and feeling alone. And then you let people that have never met either one of you in life, well, maybe 5 of them have, but who are not real life friends, cut this person down. And that's what we're all supposed to think is okay. Absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Amanda, same. I'm brand new to her too. The only way I knew about her YouTube was through this story. That's who I knew. And that's going to come. I've been trying to stick to a certain focus. You guys know that. We're trying to debunk the lies, stick to the facts. Of course, drama gets mixed in. And there's things that I have to address, unfortunately. And this is one of them. It keeps getting put out there that I have been associated with Katie, or Katie's running my channel. ES has tried to help paint that narrative, when ES I was talking to before Katie and I ever had a discussion. And that's why I'm going to read these messages, because I even said stuff to her about Katie and what Katie was doing in this story and how I didn't agree with it. And now she's twisted it and said that I am Katie, that other people are behind my page. And by the way, there ain't really anybody going around and saying this person's behind my page or this person's behind my page. That's stupid drama that other people are creating. That's really, there's only a couple people that are being accused, and it's basically Katie of being behind my page. Otherwise, everybody else is just being thrown out there because they're bored. Nobody thinks for one freaking second that most of the people in my comments on my page are behind my page. Let's be clear. First and foremost, you can tell my style versus a lot of these other people. And not to put anybody else down, but they're completely different ways of doing things. So I laugh about it, but other people are like getting super offended by it. And I'm like, first of all, you should take it as a compliment, because we're sticking to the facts. And normally you're known for going for drama, but hey, that's just me. Hope, really? Nothing surprises me anymore. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Thanks, Sam, for doing that. You guys are really good. I can't understand all this drama, y'all. I can't understand it. I can't understand why these freaking grown adults cannot stick to facts, why there's all this goddamn drama going on. I don't get it. And there's way more than what you guys are even seeing right now. Way more. And I keep getting pulled into things, and I'm like, wait a second. Just so everybody knows, when I speak for me and me only. I have 2 mods on YouTube. You guys are very well aware of that. And you've heard them talk many times. They have their own opinions, their own thoughts, their own feelings. They don't speak for me, and I don't speak for them. Yes, it's the same 2 that will probably always be the same 2. I have real life friends that I eventually will probably add as mods in here. But there is one more that I'm going to add as a mod too, but you guys won't even have a clue who that is. There's no drama with my mods. There's no drama with me and anybody else. I hate everybody equally. But if you're hearing somebody say something or saying that, well, nonsense is saying this or nonsense is saying that, or make sure you know what context it's in first and foremost. And if you have questions, ask me, because chances are, because I've been hearing all sorts of stuff that I've supposedly said or done. And I'm like, wait, I can go back and show you that I didn't say that or anything even close. I don't play games like that. You don't want me to out your shit. You don't want me to put it fully out there. Stop poking the bear, because I hate exposing people and their real life shit. But you push and push and push and push me into trying to get involved in your drama. I'll get involved in your drama long enough to show that you're lying, and then I will exit my way out. I have no use to entertain this shit. So we're just not playing the games. The drama brings the money. Absolutely. That's why they keep doing it. Mocus, Charlotte's included. She's discussed in some of these messages. And when I went back and looked at it, I'll read my response, of course, but I don't even think Charlotte knows what is happening with some of what she's being talked about, or what supposedly she's doing or talking to or anything. Like, I don't know. And that's the thing. These people come to your inbox and will give you millions of things and tell you this person's talking about you, this person's talking about you, this person's trying to stir up drama. And it's all this sideline shit that doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I have one focus, and that's exposing the truth. That's trying to tell the truth in Marvon's story. That's it. That's my focus in this story, and that's it. Granted, I can't wait till we can move on and talk about other cases. Can anybody tell me right now if we have had a recent update on Quentin Simon? If you don't know, Quentin Simon is the 20-month-old from Georgia that went missing. Um, Last seen supposedly was 6 a.m. Babysitter got a text at 5:29 saying she wasn't needed. Uh, the grandparents are actually who have custody of the children, but they were working out of town. And the biologic mom, who was 22, had the baby. And now supposedly they reported him missing at 9 something, 3 hours later, and told babysitter she wasn't needed at 5:29. There was no known information really beyond that. I mean, there's been stories that have came out about the grandma of Quentin. She has talked and gave an interview. The babysitter has talked and given an interview. Bio mom and boyfriend have been released from police custody. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Sheree. Good morning, True Crime Dime. Anybody else that's popping in? It's probably not morning for most of you. But Arnico, it's crazy to look back at these messages too, because I was like, I think I like that person, at first, because I was so brand new to all these YouTubers. I'm like, oh, I think I like this person off of, something I had seen them do. And then come to find out, okay, I have a cat climbing my curtains because I wish I could turn my camera on and just show you guys this. She legit lays on top of the curtain rod. It's the tiny little thin curtain rod. And she climbs up the curtains and lays there and just hangs out on this little tiny rod. It's the craziest thing. Oh, yeah, it was trash day too. Yeah, I'm waiting for a press conference from law enforcement or the family with more information there. But so far, I haven't seen anything really. 3:15 a.m. Shree, you're a trooper. I don't know why you're up still. Hey, Chatty. Gumby, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. See, a lot of these people have been on YouTube for years and they have extensive history and they have passed with each other. Like they seem to all kind of be in this one community that's kind of overlapped for a lot of years. But again, I don't know any of these people, have never interacted with them. So there's all these names being thrown in amongst all of this stuff with their past histories and stuff. And to me, it's just too much. There's a lot of past history with a lot of these creators together. It's pretty entertaining. Yeah, the running out of content is very obvious. It is very obvious. Hey, Classy Mimi. Anybody else hopping in that I missed? Hey, Roseanne. I saw you pop in too. It's been a lot. If anybody wants to come up and talk, they can. We're not gonna go into bashing anybody, though. I will kick somebody off my panel so freaking fast because I'm just not doing it. I'm not entertaining the drama. I'm not getting in the middle of people's fights. Contessa has kept her nose extremely clean on this on purpose because I knew and I can't wait again to read you guys these in this video because I think a lot of people are going to go, oh shit, I was wrong. Yeah, hopefully. But some of them will just continue to twist shit. That's what they do. Hey, Pirate. Oh, sorry. Long Fridays are always, it's been a long week. How's everybody's mental health doing? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about everybody's mental health. Anybody doing poorly? I have some friends that are doing horrible right now. And I'm sure other people, life has hit people really hard. There was a stabbing in Vegas yesterday. There was there's some missing girls in Australia. I saw a couple of 14-year-olds. I don't know if they were found yet. There was some kids overseas that were, I mean, just horrible shit this week. Our Nico, oh, a book reviewer, really? I don't even know what all that is. I would love to. Were you able to get a hold of me? Hold on, let me type that right here. Because my inbox, I just started that Gmail, so there's nothing in it. But I haven't gotten any emails except, like I said, the one report. That's my email. There you go. That's what it is. I do try to check it. Well, I've been checking it lately to see if I got any strikes. True Crime says there are updates. They're searching the landfill and brought the parents in for questioning. Her family has come out with. Yeah, there's obviously a lot of history there. The moms, okay, and I want to say this publicly too, because creators are already starting this bullshit on YouTube. I saw a few of them last night before I fell asleep. Um, People are already bashing the mom and saying, what a piece of crap, because she came out and was like, I don't know what to believe, and was very emotional in her interview. And people are like, how dare she not have her child's back? And I sat there and went, what an amazing human being for understanding that she knew her child was obviously having issues. She was aware of it. So obviously she was involved enough to know that there was a struggle within her daughter. And she isn't sitting here trying to just lie to everybody. If she was trying to lie to everybody, they would use that against her too. I just can't. I can't understand. It's too early to start that BS, and these creators jump on it. But of course, they're all monetized too. That's the other thing. Is there any channels that are not monetized that cover the missing children, or that don't monetize all of their missing children videos? Can you do that even? I don't know. Yeah, true crime. She's been very forthcoming from what I've seen in her interviews, and even the babysitter seemed to be very forthcoming. I thought it was respectable to see a family actually come out and say, "Look, we don't know," and show raw and real emotion, but of course, that's gonna be twisted and turned every which way. I think that shows a lot of integrity on the mom's part. That's that's what I feel, but oh, Tamara, what did you say? Sorry. You guys, I'm terrible at keeping up once you guys know that. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, Cherie, have you heard any more? Have they been found yet? I got that in my email. Thanksgiving in Canada. That's amazing. Let me go read these. Hold on. I gotta catch up. Sorry, you guys. Oh, yeah, Cherie, the family, that was found with the baby that was left to die of exposure. That is a horrible, tragic story too. There's just so much. All the drama, the hate, and then this news and violence. Yep. Has anybody done any self-care this week? Let me hear what you guys have done. And I better hear every single one of you say you've done something. Oh, that's great, RL. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Elle, I'm glad to hear that too. Glad your week is better. And just remember, every day sometimes can be a struggle from moment to moment, hour to hour, one foot in front of the other. Let me go back. Russia. Yeah, we got real problems like Russia. I wonder if they watch the Whew, right? Oh, I'm so sorry, Orion. Oh, I'm so sorry. Alzheimer's and dementia are very hard to deal with, very hard. Are you the caretaker? That's a really hard spot to be. I'm really sorry. Sending you all my hugs. Mochas. Oh, I'm allergic to all the hate, violence, etc. Hugs to you. Pirate girl, I agree. Okay, let me see if I cup anything else I missed. Yeah, RL, I think it's just kind of I think a lot of people don't want to entertain bits and pieces of this because they know if they do speak on certain things, they too will get drug. It's just kind of a thing. So I think it's picking and choosing what you really want to deal with, plus what's not counterproductive to their content already. Um, because it is counterproductive for them to go back and be like, okay, right here, I was wrong about this person this one time because then it throws into question everything else, and that's why I tried to go to a lot of these creators before the shit show started, and nobody wanted to listen, so it's okay. Ken, okay, frustrated lurker, thank you for letting me know that. I see, I'm not even monetized, I haven't gone through any of that, I don't know anything about that, so any of that. Oh, can I ask you guys another question too? Somebody also came to me and said, "You need to monetize your channel on YouTube." And I was like, "Why?" I just feel that it's the wrong time for that. And they said, "No, monetized channels get pushed to the algorithm more often than non-monetized channels." And they're like, "There's not many people that have a channel that can be monetized that don't take the opportunity because the view in the algorithm is better." Can you guys tell me if that's bullshit or not? I don't know. The Vallow Daybell trial in January. Yeah, whew, I could tell you guys stories on that. I could break down a lot of that for you guys, but maybe we will do that someday. Gray Hughes. Yes, isn't he the one that just did the Kylie Rodney new update video from the camera on the hill? Is that the one that did that maybe? Yeah. Daphne, I'm so glad to hear that. You made an appointment with your therapist, true crime, Botox and nails. Hey, I went to work. That's not self-care. So I need to hear, even if you take Oreos, closet, bathroom. I don't know why I always say Oreos. I don't even eat sweets really at all. So let's try a brownie with some good stuff in it after the kids go to bed. In a closet, that's more my speed. Meditation, great. Does anybody practice mindfulness techniques in here? I know that's kind of a younger, usually they start it with younger people a lot, but mindfulness techniques help greatly for anybody. Mocha's like a chick. Oh, Marianne, I'm so sorry sending you hugs. Fibro is a bitch. And weather changes. Oh, I'm so sorry about that too. I don't ever read the comments as much, you guys. Sheree, I'm reading yours. Nonsense with the girls. They were last seen in a local suburb. Uh, hopefully they're just being silly girls and come back in a couple days. I hope that's the case. It's sad. There's so many people missing. L, self-care, getting more sleep. My boss president of our company is pushing self-care and working on improving mental health and self-care. Yes, for your boss. Huge high five for your boss. Getting more sleep. That is such an important thing. Sleep, without sleep, how can anybody reset? It's like we have to reset, right? Maybe do you do anything besides work? You're always at work. Kirk's somebody, I don't remember who it was, actually sent me a clip of somebody describing them, and they used the term football because of the point I about fell over laughing because Unfortunately, I got sent that too, but yeah, yeah, yeah. I did have to laugh about some of that. Like I said, some of the drama is entertaining, but a lot of it's just way too much. Yeah. Yes, absolutely, Arnico. Say whatever. Well, of course, to me, you can. If you need to say it in private, you can do that too. I don't nobody here should attack you or dox you. I don't think that would happen. Oh, their search efforts have changed to recovery tactics versus search and rescue. They don't believe he is alive, divers today. Oh. Frustrated. Okay, so it is probably true. I wasn't sure. The algorithm is made up of many parts. Never monetized. He's doing great. Okay, Jennifer, that's good to know. It's in YouTube's best interest. It may be true as YouTube is trying to make money. That's what I was wondering. I haven't turned it on. I haven't even asked for them to review my channel to potentially get it, just so everybody is aware. If I do go that route ever, I will absolutely talk to you guys before I do and what I intend. I also don't want to monetize it because I don't like the super chats and stuff. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to do that. I don't know if there's a way of shutting that off so you can't have that done. If there was a way to just put ads on the video, I would be maybe up to that in the future, but all the other stuff, I don't know. There's a lot. Okay, Sharia, that's what I thought I seen his channel with that. Kathy P. Yeah. Moonlight. Hey, how are you? Wicked, right? Should I get the pamphlets out and walk them through? We've got videos, though. I could do videos. I even have children's books on it. That might be an interesting case study right there. Contessa teaches mindfulness to the Krama community. Everybody would really hate me even more than they already do. Uh, I had a bag of chips, granny tea. Hey, that's okay. Bubble bath. Oh, Navy, what kind of movies do you like? That's one of our favorite things to do. In fact, we have some extremely nice movie theaters where we are, and they have a couple nights a week that are extremely cheap. And they have the reclining seats, so I always fall asleep when we take the kids. I'm like out like a light, but we love to go to the movies too. Oh, Daphne, I'm so sorry. EMDR. My oldest daughter is in EMDR, and although it's a lot. It's a lot, and you've gotta be in a spot where you are prepared to open Pandora's box. But EMDR has amazing benefits if done correctly. Absolutely love EMDR. I love that you're doing that. Oh, Denise. See, I adore Michelle. I think Michelle's got an incredible story to tell. I think Michelle has wonderful things to offer. I really do. Like, no hate whatsoever. I think she's got a lot going on. I just I just wish for her sake that they wouldn't keep catching her up in all of this, but that's going to be continued to push because obviously the one creator is struggling for content and keeps saying, "Oh, I'm not going to ever talk about her again." And then she goes on live and starts poking and talking about her again. So it just kind of it's just this repetitive cycle and I can't do it. Okay, let me go back. Sorry, y'all. I'm actually reading. Really, Kathy? I've never gotten brave. You can frustrated. Okay, that's nice. Okay, Denise. See, I don't know any of this stuff, you guys. I don't know shit about this stuff. Yeah, Arnico, I have that same emotional issues watching. Like, I can't watch. I'm not even subbed to her channel, and I'm not saying don't sub to her channel. The only reason why is because I can't go in there and watch them berate her. Like, I physically can't do it. It makes me sick. It makes me cry. I just can't do it. I would love to have her sometime in a chat one on one with me and her. I think that would be a wonderful thing, but in that environment, I just can't handle it because they go at her and I can't keep my mouth shut. Oh, Melissa, about my looks, that's why I laugh because I am not ashamed of who I am as a person whatsoever. I am not no skinny little thing. I ain't no I'm not everybody's cup of tea, nor do I wanna be. I am extremely happy with who I am, my family, like, looks at the end of the day all fade. We all get old, ugly, gray, wrinkled. No matter what, at the end of the day, that's okay. Like, I'm gonna get old and ugly, which I might already be, and that's okay. Somebody's gonna still like me, but that's really not the case even. Let me keep going. I actually kinda like reading the comments today. Oh, no. Mary, I did miss the drama. I went to bed, you guys. I actually fell asleep. I wasn't feeling the best yesterday. Um, and I crashed out when my other half got home and I was just dunk. And then I woke up at 2:30 and I was like, shit, I was gonna go live. I had it set up to go live at 9 o'clock last night and I slipped right through it. Black Adam. I'm gonna have to look into that maybe. I don't think I've heard it. Hey, missing puzzle pieces. We are just talking about all the sideline drama and the BS. We can talk about anything. You guys can if you guys have a topic that you wanna discuss, let's talk about it. I am gonna put out a video with the Friday Fright addressing some of the stuff. I do intend on breaking down some of these other videos that she's done, some of the other statements that she's made about Dre, um, debunking the lies once again. I also am kind of at the point where trying to take a temperature gauge of if we kind of stop talking about it, talk about the bigger things around it, will that intensify her amp up? Because that seems like what it's doing. The more we kind of pull away from it, the more she's grasping for content and reamping it up. So I'm kind of trying to see what the best option is. Once again, there's no control over her and she just does what she wants, but trying to figure it all out. Sorry, you guys, I'm way behind. Linda, you know what? You can be old and not ugly, but I'm okay with getting old and ugly too, if that's what happens. Because at the end of the day, looks are looks. Everybody goes through shit. I went through like I was tiny before I was pregnant ever, and then I gained a bunch of weight, of course, and then my body fluctuated. Like I people change with weight fluctuations throughout the years. Their hair changed, like all of these things change. This is just part of being a human. Like, so they get stuck on all of that physical shit because that's all they can go to. And I could care less. I'm old and gray and never ugly and didn't wrinkle, even though sunbathed with baby. Hey, Jennifer, that sounds like you got good genetics. Yeah, have the full thing screen recorded actually. I set my phone to screen record and fell asleep while it was doing it. Oh, really? Okay, yeah, maybe I'll have to look at it for sure. Right? Right. The missing puzzle pieces, I wish she would grab onto anything else. Does anybody else have any input on what they think is what she's doing? And Jennifer, I've heard a lot of people say that they refuse to participate over there, and it's not because of her either. Like, a lot of people say that it has nothing to do with it's nothing against Michelle, it's nothing against people a lot of people in her chat, it's nothing against any of that. It's just I can't go into that environment and be helpless and not be able to stop that because at the end of the day, nobody deserves that type of berating. Would you sit down and stop huffing and puffing, old man? You want to be the main event, don't you? Oh, he's got to get closer to you guys and pant even harder because I made fun of him. Can you go on? Goofy. I don't even know who that is, Mary. I've heard people talk about that lately, but I don't even know who that is. Carla, happy birthday this month. You know what I learned and I didn't know before is, well, I just learned it the beginning of this month, but October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So we will talk about that some, not in regards to this, but just in general, like the broader topic, because these are topics that people don't discuss openly. And I want to be able to provide us a safe place. Well, unfortunately, the internet isn't exactly safe, but I want to be able to provide a spot that if anybody wants to talk, they can. We'll do something about it, some sort of discussion. Roseanne, it is. It's very confusing. Mocus, I've heard people say that too. I've heard a lot, and it's all very valid. Like people's, and this is what it is. When you make a channel, even me, I came out here with a voice changer at first. Oh God, you guys, that was terrible. I'm so sorry about all that. Um, but it wasn't because I was trying to hide who I am. It was because people are crazy on the internet. But at the end of the day, it is so easy to get wrapped up in this drama, and that's why I was trying to be transparent about what's even happening in my inbox on my page, and why I have literally been avoiding my inbox like the plague. I don't want to open a lot of these messages because it's the same thing, and there's so much of the sideline drama, like, I can't do anything about a lot of this stuff. I don't know who a lot of these people are that they're even talking about, or their past history, and I can't play Captain Save-A-Ho on everything. I want to tell the truth in this story, get all the facts out there that we possibly can, and hopefully, I don't know. I don't even know what will come of it at this point. It's Wait, somebody is talking about smoking in front of her dogs. See, that's the thing, but people will grab onto that. No matter what you do, somebody is going to say something about it all. I've watched it happen for years and years and years. And it just on Facebook, it's like a wash, repeat, wash, repeat, wash, repeat. And it's the same people over and over and over again, usually. But what the frick is the point? You're not in her house. Unfortunately, no matter what you say or what you agree with and don't agree with, that's her life. But they start running with shit, and then next thing you know, they'll be calling the Humane Society because she's smoking in front of her dogs, and that will happen. We've seen it done. Navy, that's what I feel like I'm trying. I need a cape that says Captain Save-A-Ho to the rescue. Contessa on the way. Oh, see. And then there's always, yeah, I smoke outside. I smoke cigarettes. I'm not gonna lie about that. Yeah, I do smoke. Jennifer, see, I can understand why she's not, because I didn't ever push. Well, if you look back on my page, though, I did provide the information of where to donate or to find more information about that a few different times. But in my opinion, there, I can understand why she's not, because I'm asking questions that are counterproductive. Missing puzzle pieces, that's where I am at too. You guys, please go check out the Missing Puzzle Pieces. Please, please, please. They have been putting out so much good content. They're real words, that people have been twisting and turning. We don't live in their home. We don't know everything, but people are running with the craziest stuff. Yeah, missing puzzle pieces, that's where I keep going to. Like, I keep thinking, gosh, if I just stop talking about it and debunking it, maybe it'll quit putting pressure on certain people, and maybe they'll finally slow down and stop. And just when I think that happens, like, we'll take a couple days off. There will be really no posts about it. just kind of see what everything's going on. And here it comes right back up. It's right back into insanity. And I don't know what to do about it. Bye, Navy. Thank you so much. Navy, anytime you're available, we'll set something up so you can come up on panel and have a talk with us. Nunya wants to be here for that too. I know she bugged you about it the other day, coming up and chatting with us. Have a great day at work. Yeah, the missing puzzle pieces is great. And again, we're not trying to force people's opinions. We're trying to get people to understand the facts and the truth. Base your opinions off of the facts. And that's where it's hard. You don't have to agree with everything. You don't have to accept their lifestyle. It's not yours to accept. That's the thing, is we don't live in these people's houses. You guys can tell me all day long to give my dog water because he's panting, obviously. I know that little bugger waits to do this shit because he knows that if mom's distracted and he wants treats, all he has to do is bug me when I'm busy and I'll give him treats to shut him up. He's manipulative. But online, you guys would see it as, oh my gosh, look at how mean she is to that dog when he runs the freaking house. But people twist and turn whatever they want, and we're not going to be able to change that. So trying to figure out a way, that's what I'm so stuck on. How do I get people to listen? How? Jackie, that's absolutely correct, though. You have to take a side on it, and that's not the way this goes. There is no side. This is a man's life we're talking about. Why is it so fucking hard to be honest and factual about his life? Why are the people that claim to love him the most more focused on YouTube drama than they are on their son? That's the part I go back to every single time. And nothing I come up with answers that for me. It makes no sense. Denise the dog is absolutely frustrating. No, I have a small zoo. My dog's obviously though, but that's what I'm saying. Like, people can twist and take whatever pieces they want. Like, he coughed. So obviously, you know what I'm saying though? No matter what, at the end of the day, people are going to take and turn and believe what they want. We can't change that. But how can we get more people to listen and stop just running with these false narratives? We watch that video be posted, and then you watch in the comments of these people being like, oh, thank you so much for the update. We've been waiting for one. We need to get this spread so much more. And it's like, wait, hold the fuck on. We're 4 months in and you guys have backtracked all the way. And now you're just completely making up stories and throwing it at the wall. Complete bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit. And they're like, here you go. Bitches. Take that and run. You know what? Because they know that we're going to call them out. And guess what happens? Then they have more content. But that bitch still will not barely say my name. And yes, I called her the B word because I'm fed up. Why are you going back and posting all of this shit? I'm so sorry, missing puzzle pieces. And Jackie, that's okay. That's totally fine. And people question me when I say that. They're like, are you against Dre? Are you pro Dre? I'm nothing. I'm not. There's no side for me. Dre is an adult. She is a mother and a wife. They made choices for their family that they felt were best for them and their family. I don't live in that household. I've only seen what was posted online. I too came into this feeling one way because of things that I had seen. But then when I opened my eyes, I went, holy shit, you could legit come in with a camera and clip anything you wanted. Granted, again, she put this stuff out there, but then it was clipped and pieced apart to make it fit a certain narrative. But you could come in my house and do the same thing and get to the same thing. You could come in to my house and take bits and pieces of our lives and make a similar story. You could do it to every single one of you. And that's the part that a lot of these people don't get. They could be in those same exact shoes at any point in time. And right now they're not, and they should consider themselves lucky. But you take and piece apart anybody's shit like this, and it is all easily done. Oh, what did I miss? Hold on. I was doing good on reading comments, and then I started talking. I'm going to step outside for a minute. Wait, what happened on panel last night? Oh, you guys are talking about what happened to Michelle's, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. And the other thing, too, is like, you know, people are now talking about just completely unrelated. Sorry, you guys were stepping outside for a minute, so if it gets loud, that's why. But they're talking about stuff that doesn't even exist, like complete fabrications, knife cuts. That doesn't exist. You know, this is the part I'm having a hard time with. Missing puzzle pieces. I absolutely adore what you're doing and why you're doing it. And you have a heart of gold. For sure. There's some amazing people around here, just so you guys know, too. I am very lucky to have some incredible people that are subscribers over here. Yeah. It's just crazy, you guys. And yeah, is that a YouTube thing? Again, is this a typical thing? I know there's just humans that think they're better than everybody and have to announce that constantly, but it seems to be very prevalent on YouTube and within the true crime community. Is anybody else? Oh, somebody's weed whacking, or they might be cutting a tree. Sorry. We'll go back in a second. Michelle or Jennifer, I agree. Pray for her. Yep, pray for them all. If you pray, if not, send good energy. Yeah, I have great. Oh, that's hard. I'm so sorry. That's why you guys, if you notice, if I go on panel and something happens where I'm not comfortable with another creator, or there's just things that I don't try to instigate drama, if that makes sense. I guess there's a certain creator that's been talking about me a lot that I happened to be on panel with one time at the same time with, and I was even really friendly to her, so I don't understand her issues, but again, I haven't watched it. C-Star, exactly. Anybody could do that. All of the true crime community so far that I've seen is more interested in the drama. Oh, that Duty Ron, I love. I love Duty Ron. They are fact-based and they're funny. Daphne, I have met some incredible people through this stuff too. There's some really good people out here, really, really good people. I have friends for life that I've met through this stuff. I actually have friends that I met through social media that I did end up meeting in real life. And within the next year, we will live similarly very close to each other. And I cannot wait. We see each other all the time. But we met on social media through drama. Crazy, huh? And we've been friends for going on 7 years now. Okay, it's cold. I should have not taken my sweatshirt off now. And why are they all cutting their yards right now? Really? Oh my gosh, frustrated lurker. I absolutely love Duty Ron. Duty Ron cracks me up. His little voice thing that he kept playing last night. I was dying. Those guys are great. Yes, I love Duty Ron. Duty Ron is probably the only one I can honestly say, hands down, everything I've watched of Duty Ron's has been 100% on point, and I really like the fact basis. And he's got a great sense of humor too, because you can still throw in some comedy and some dry humor and stuff. You know, you have to have kind of a morbid sense of humor to have an interest in the stuff in general. So I think the fact that he can do that and entertain an audience, like he's very good. He's very, very good. Oh yeah, Linda, you'll like him. If you like fact basis, and he's got a very, he was at NYPD, right? I know the guy that, what's the guy that's always with him? I'm forgetting his name right now. He's amazing too. And he's an NYPD officer. I love the dry humor. Yes, frustrated. That's my type of people. I love that. Amethyst actually sent me that one. And I was like, yeah. When you want to know what else I found on YouTube that I really like? The cake decorating videos that don't have any talk to them or anything. They're just like the sped up videos of all the crazy frosting swirlings and stuff. I don't know why, but I really like that. That's like, I don't know. That's soothing to me. Web sleuths. I'll have to check it out, Rival. Any of them that you guys think are good? Tamara, I am torn on 10 to Life. I'm torn on 10 to Life there. I really like some of her stuff. But then some of it I question, and some of it too I have a hard time with. And I don't know if, again, I don't know her or her content enough to really know. And I guess I need to watch more of it. I just don't know if she is kind of also in the category of talking about certain stories in a not so factual basis, if that makes sense. Like a lot of sensationalizing. That's what I've kind of wondered on some of the things I've seen. But again, I don't have an opinion. I haven't watched enough of her content to fully say that, but that's what I'm skeptical of so far. Yes, frustrated. That's great too. Oh, you know who else I really do enjoy? I think I got a YouTube channel for the soft white underbelly. Is that what it was? His original content when he used to do all the interviews. I don't know if he still does. I haven't checked out his channel in forever. But okay, I got to go back in. This is too loud. Everybody in the neighborhood is doing yard work. Why aren't they all gone? Ed Wallace, thank you. Ed is wonderful. Ed is wonderful. Jennifer, and I just can't wrap my head. I never had that once with Duty Ron, just so you know, like you can kind of get a feeling in a sense of something. But again, I don't know if it's just because of it being YouTube and how they do stuff with the sensationalizing. Again, I'm not telling anybody not to check her out. She covers amazing topics and a ton of them. Like she does so many stories, all different stories, but I just can't quite. Oh, I love soft white underbelly so much. Missing puzzle pieces. It's so. Oh, hold on. I gotta tell you guys this too. I heard. Anybody here follow Diana Ricky? Does anybody here come from the Facebook world of like the pedo hunters, the troll groups, the old watch party days, and know who Diana Ricky is? Even some of you YouTubers might know who she is. Oh, frustrated. I have seen Christina Randall pop up. I haven't watched her content though. I've seen the name pop up. I've heard conflicting things on the glare. I'll be honest. You guys know I'm transparent. I don't know any of these creators myself. Sorry, that was noisy out there. Oh, shit. Now I set my phone down there, too. Sorry, we got to go back. Yeah, I'm skeptical. And this is why I don't mind anybody being skeptical of me. Like, I don't mind anybody being skeptical of me or what my intentions are, because I think that should be a question more people ask and watch and find out, you know? And also, Is it a thing where YouTube is now, they just don't post videos, they just stream? Like, it seems like some of these big channels pretty much stream for 9 hours at a time, 10 hours. Oh, I'll tell you one I don't like. Sad Girl. And I'll tell you why. Hours and hours and hours and hours long streams with Kylie Rodney. And I don't care about the like 9 hours. They can do whatever they want with their lives, but I cannot listen to the same content over and over and over and over and over again. Granted, I don't know if she's just, if she's really invested in this one case, if this is like how she does things. I just recently saw her pop up and I tried to watch because I was like, oh, this is interesting. But they go down all these other rabbit holes and take their followers down those rabbit holes. And to me, that's dangerous on some of these cases. I can't stand with. Sorry, I'll be very frank. I legit think that's bullshit. And you're talking about a 16-year-old child's death. No matter what happened, at the end of the day, it's a tragedy, and her family is having to see this shit all the time on social media. Yeah, that's what everybody calls them. I don't know who all fits in that category. I'm just being honest with you guys. Like, this is just, I'm experiencing it all like you are, you know, and a lot of you guys are way more skilled in YouTube than I have any clue of. Yeah, no, hey, just so everybody knows, like, we're not putting down anybody else. We're just talking openly about like navigating channels and what we like and what we don't like. Everybody has different views, and that's totally okay. We're not putting anybody down here. Everybody's content is not for everybody. That's the other thing. We are allowed to pick and choose. I'm not for everybody, you guys. I am skeptical. So you guys being skeptical of my intentions is expected. I don't want anybody coming in here and being like, oh yeah, I just believe everything Contessa says because she is so truthful. No, don't do that. First of all, Contessa is not a real human being. Contessa is a fake name. I like the brainstorming at times. I can understand that too, Jackie, but I think that some of these people take it too far. So you have your typical followers who can understand that you're just going down a rabbit hole, that this rabbit hole probably isn't going to lead to anything, right? So you have people who can process facts and can use common sense and logic to reason that this is nothing. And they leave it at that, right? You go down that rabbit hole, you walk through it together, and it's left there. But unfortunately, the majority of these followers that gravitate towards that are the ones who go down that rabbit hole and then make other rabbit holes off of that rabbit hole. Even though that rabbit hole ended, they're still going to keep digging, and they're going to create new tunnels off of that rabbit hole, even though it had nothing to do with it in the first place. That's what I can't get behind. I don't know who Dr. Grand is. I'm not sure who that is. Who is, see, I don't know any of these people. That's crazy to me. Yeah, it's just, it seems, but here again, I feel like we're doing the same thing. We're beating, and I know it's different content, it's different videos, but it's the same thing we're breaking down over and over and over again. And I guess I also have a real hard time that there's a lot of these big ass creators who jumped out here and made videos on this story in the get-go and ran with it and blew up this story in huge numbers. I mean, we're talking accounts that have 200,000, 100,000 plus accounts. And they have not came back around and given a shit about this story enough to try and put the facts out there and tell their followers, please do not continue to support this. It is not truthful and it's not productive for Marvan's story. Not a single fucking one of them. And I have a real issue with that. I have a real issue that they took the opportunity to make bank off of this story, but yet they have not came back and given a shit to correct their information. All of those creators, for me, done. That for me, once you go there, sorry. It's absolutely not my thing. Hey, Linda, how are you? We've just been bullshitting. We're just doing a Friday check-in chat. Nothing. We're just talking about all of it. Just all of it in general. We're checking on everybody's mental health, making sure everybody's doing some self-care, talking a little bit about the drama and why it's counterproductive. We're talking about other channels that are good channels to watch, different things that we like, what we don't like, why some people like certain channels, why some people don't, but it's all just an open conversation. We're not cutting anybody down. Missing puzzle pieces. Is that not frustrating? I don't understand. I just don't get it. Moonlight, and that's a thing. They've tried to turn Letitia into the victim, and it goes back to, again, they have the opportunity of helping right or wrong. And I'm not asking them to get into it like we have. I'm not asking them to, go back and retract everything they've said. I made mistakes. I own that shit multiple times. I do it every fucking stream. I apologize because I felt bad. I let my human nature get the best of me and my emotions. But I too was a part of a problem. Granted, I was a tiny little speck with barely any followers, so it didn't really make an impact, but I still took accountability for it. You got people out here with hundreds of thousands of followers, and not a single freaking one of them has came back around and taken the opportunity to say, hey, I'm really sorry. I misled you because I was misled on not factual information that was posted by wherever they got their fucking info, right? But I'm finding that to be a theme with YouTubers. There's, especially in the true crime community, that really boggles my mind. They don't fact check shit before they put it out. Hey, Frustrated, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Tell Duty Ron I said, what's up? He's amazing. And I'm going to keep shouting him out over here because he's the only one so far. Like, so if he gets new subs going, Nonsense sent me. He's going to be like, who the hell is that? Just some crazy bitch on YouTube. That's it. Oh, Arnico, I'm so sorry. Hey, Nanya. What you doing? It's all about the money. Moonlight, right? Yeah, and they all sit out here and talk shit on Katie. Katie will never own her shit. Katie will never apologize. Katie came out and apologized. Katie came out and owned her shit. In fact, you'll see, like, I actually talked shit on Katie in these messages to Erica before Katie reached out to me because I was pissed at her too. I was mad as hell. But then I was like, then Katie reached out to me after that, and she had realized, she had started coming around too and seeing the same things. And I had to realize, oh shit, she didn't know either. Like, she had no clue. So it's been an evolving process, but I was pissed at her too. And that's my problem, is she's taken accountability, but I'm still supposed to sit here and cut her down. And because I won't cut her down, I'm not doing what they want. No, what you guys want me to do is counterproductive to the truth. Yes, Nanya, that's the problem I have. They could legit come out and make a video, one fucking video, and explain, "Look, this is the situation. If you donated and you feel a certain way, please reach out to whoever they want." I mean, they don't have to encourage anybody asking for anything. I have never encouraged people to ask for refunds. That's another thing that people need to get straight. Nonsense. Contessa has never told anybody to go demand refunds, ever. I have said you need to do what's best for you and your personal situations. I have always said that and stuck to it. I've actually tried to stay out of that. So they don't even have to go that far. They don't have to bring anything up about that. But telling their followers the truth after they let them on this rabbit hole, these people are still coming back to these same. I've seen it. If you go look at their channels and watch these big videos that blew up from these big, huge channels, you will sit there and look in their comments. And there's, a week ago, "Hey, is there any updates on this? Hey, is there any updates on that?" And the creators are just ignoring them because I know that the creators are seeing that there's problems with this. They actively chose to not come back to the story for a reason. Let's be truthful here. But they have an opportunity of doing something different. Jennifer, and that's okay that you feel that way. That's okay that you feel that way. I have had so many people try to tell me what to do with my channel and my content. I get it daily. I get this one lady in my comments on Facebook and one on YouTube that are always telling me what I should and shouldn't do. And I take it and move on with it. Because at the end of the day, thank you for the input, but I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. At the end of the day, like, everybody tells me what they agree with and they don't agree with. Other creators are constantly trying to tell me what to do. If I ask you for advice, great. Unsolicited advice makes me laugh, but some of it's helpful. So I don't even get mad about that. But what you guys don't agree with or might not like, that's okay too. I'm okay with it. That's why not everybody's for everybody. But I do laugh when people are constantly trying to tell me what to do or where to go. It just, holy shit, you people. It gets to be a lot. There's a few of them. There's a few of them that I'm like, "Oh my lord." But I'm always nice and respectful and just keep it moving. Nunya Nunya always apologizes and says, like, "I'm sorry if I love Nunya. I'll take her reactions any day of the week. She's not who I'm talking about either. If anybody's like, because Nunya and me, Nunya can tell me anything, and I might go back and forth with her for a bit, but we end up learning something from it. These other people are nothing like Nunya. They are nothing like the people I surround myself with. They just want control, and they're weird. Okay, who are you guys talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, LB. There's another one. Somebody said, you mentioned Tia the other day, not taking accountability. No, Elle has not taken accountability whatsoever. Just so everybody knows, she popped in here that day. I have not had a conversation with her and probably won't. But no, she hasn't taken accountability for anything she's done or helped push off. No, not one bit. So yeah. That's it. I was taught the same thing, Jackie, and that's why I've told people over and over again, they have to do what's best for them in this situation. Carla, you know what? A lot of people love KJ, and that's totally fine. I don't have any problems with her, but you'll see, like, I wasn't pro her at the beginning either. I didn't, because it was the same thing, but all of us had to come to that conclusion, right? Right? Rival. I do sometimes. Well, I actually asked one of them, I was like, "Do you have a channel?" Because I was gonna go back and say, maybe you should make one so somebody listens. But I just let it go in one ear and out the other for the most part because, like I said, the drama is insane in the inbox. It is. I could legit come out here 24/7 and give you guys so much information that A is not factual, but a lot of it's just drama about certain creators or people that they've been involved with and all these other rabbit holes, and you guys would eat it up. We'd have huge numbers in here. But what does that do at the end of the day? It does nothing. Yep, they all cut and ran. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Jennifer, I question that same thing. I wonder too. I think it's already happening. But I mean, how many videos have been done on YouTube with his name in it? Does anybody have any idea? I got a cough. Hold on. Oh, Denise, it's hysterical. It's bad. It's actually really bad. Some of it's really sad. And some of it I sit there and go, how have they gotten there from here? Oh, hold on. I was going back to something. So I was recently sent something to all of you YouTubers around here. Is there a lady, did any of you follow Diana Ricky? I was starting to talk about that and got sidetracked. Diana Ricky. So I heard that there was a lady that used to be big in following that and kind of streamed off of Diana's stuff for a while that potentially was one of Molly's investigators for a while. I don't know if that's true or not, if they have her mixed up with somebody. Does anybody know anything about that crossover? About a Facebook, she has a YouTube channel, she's a true crime community too. Moonlight, do you know who I'm talking about? I don't know, I don't remember if it goes by Avery Shannon or Shannon Avery, but they said that she was one of Molly's investigators, which again, I'm not saying this as fact. I'm just saying what they're trying to run with now. And I don't know if that's true or not. People have been coming to me with that and saying, you realize that Avery Shannon is one of Molly's investigators. And I'm like, I really highly doubt that because from what I've seen, she associates on, I don't know where she associates actually at all. Rival, yeah, I'm confused on that too. I don't even know who to even ask. I have no idea. But there's so much crossover that they're trying to stir up and stuff. And again, that would be odd to me, I guess, if that's the case. If that is the case yeah, I would have a lot of questions. It's just a lot. That's a lot of them won't speak up. A lot of them will not speak up because of the backlash that they're gonna get. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get why they're not. But at the same time, I absolutely 100% will call a spade a spade. Moonlight, isn't it? But I can't place it. Rival, I need to hunt her down and ask her. I don't know if she'd be honest with me or not, but I need to ask her if she is in that group of things because that's, of course, what's being said, but I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of crossover with a lot of these drama communities, troll communities, true crime communities, potentially. What did Wicked Crafters say? Hold on. Who's Lobster Boy? I don't even know who that is. See? Oh, her people don't bother me at all. Her people really don't bother me one bit. Of course, they stay away from me like the plague, so that's good. Denise, I've heard other people say that too, and that could be. I don't know if I would say she's afraid of her. I think they know what will happen, and it's destructive to their channels, if that makes Okay, that's who they call that? I've never had a conversation there. Right. The missing puzzle pieces, thank you. They're sitting there saying all of this shit about Dre, right? Calling her out, telling her to take accountability, all of this stuff. And then they demand answers. They demand all of this stuff. And they're going to continue to drag her over and over again until they get what they want. But then if we point out the facts or the truth of what is actually being said or done, we're the liars. I just and we're the bullies. I don't understand it. Yeah, Moonlight, no, not at all. Linda Lou, I have not watched her much, to know, and I don't know enough about her to make an opinion. From what I've seen, I like of her. I've popped in there a few times. She's always been nice to me. I like Makeup Mobster too. She's always been great to me. Um, Supportive, honest to me, like that's the other thing. Like I have a different experience with some of these people. So when I hear all this other crap that's being talked or whatever about so and so, I have no reference with it because I wasn't around, nor do I know anything about it. Thank you, Eve. I really appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in and saying that. That means a lot to me. I don't have I mean, I'm behind a screen, but I'm not hiding because I'm ashamed of my looks or who I am or anything like that. They're gonna go real life. It's gonna get a little bit ugly. You guys all know that. It's gonna get intense. The lies are gonna go. I expect it. I've been down this road before. This won't be my first rodeo. But then you guys will see a lot of raw and real honesty because I, at the end of the day, don't have anything to hide. Nico, that's great. Yeah, you hopefully you don't see those dramas there. The missing puzzle pieces, that has been like the theme song of this whole freaking story. Isn't it ironic? It's been like every single freaking thing that's done. I'm like, okay, I could sing that for that. I've tried to throw in some other ones, but wow, it is just insanity. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's Milkus, I agree with that. Hey, I think a lot of people are afraid of her. That's why they do their bidding or her bidding. You notice her people shift around her. So she started off with a certain group of creators that were around her. Slowly, a few of those creators have fallen off. They've been replaced by other new channels that she's helping bring up to do her bidding. See, while she sits over there and does all this, there's all these other sideline attacks going on that I don't even talk about. There's a channel, and I've discussed it on Facebook, but he is so obsessed with getting a reaction out of me, and I won't give him one because it's pathetic and I don't even know what he wants. And it's comical to me. Like I would not be able to go up there with him and not laugh. Because first of all, he is just foolish to be saying the things he is and running with misinformation. So I won't entertain it. But there's ones like that that do her bidding on a daily basis. There has been him and one other chick relentlessly trying to get a reaction out of me. And like I said, I sat on panel with one of them. Again, I don't go watch these people. I don't follow them. I get sent this information on a daily basis. And it's funny to me because I'm like, I don't think I've ever even been mean to this person or talked negatively to this person or said anything that would affect this person. So they have one intent and one intent only, and that is to defend certain people. And it's gross. Yeah, I think they're afraid that Molly will wreck their channels. 100% I do that. Oh my gosh, I sang ironic in like every single one of my first videos. Every day I sang it for a long time. It was so bad. Hey, Nikki. What did you say? Oh, Mocha's he's not even the guy I'm talking about. I don't think he's tried to message me or anything since I publicly said, "Look, I'm not interested in having a conversation, anything with you." Ever since I said that publicly, he messaged me one other time, I think, on YouTube or tagged me in something. I didn't look at it, haven't read it, nothing, and just kept it moving. I have see, that's the thing, like, I could go fight with this guy, but there's for me, there's nothing against I have no personal interest or anything with him. I was trying to get across to him that he is being fed misinformation by a certain character. But today I'm going to break more of that out and I'm just going to read from start to finish every single message between me and ES on two of her alts or one of her main pages and one of her alts because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being lied about. I'm sick of being her acting like she doesn't know what's going on. I'm so sick of the back and forth and the double faced telling people. That's all I was trying to warn him of. And, it is what it is. Let me see. Where did I miss? Oh, I missed a lot. Hold on. Hold on. And some of these girls are really good at makeup too. Some of them are really good at makeup. I can do makeup. We could see there's a lot of things we could do if I showed my face. We could do makeup, we could cook because I can cook. And I cook from scratch. We could watch my cats be complete assholes because they're really good at that. Um there's all sorts of things we could do, but we don't have to be stuck on this story forever. Okay. Oh, Melissa, that story is really sad. Oh, Peg, 100%. Dre obviously put videos out without knowing what was going to happen. Nobody knows that something like that is gonna happen. I mean, obviously he didn't either. That's not how mental health works for most people. And even if he did, um, he's probably gone back and forth with that decision for a long time. So anybody's personal life, we talked about that earlier about how if you came into my home with a video camera and recorded, day-to-day life like they did, if something like this was to happen, could you take that content and turn it around to make it like this? Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you could. Probably not the same things, but there's always something in our lives that will get twisted. And this is what the internet does. So I I guarantee she had no clue that this was going to happen and or that things like this would ever be used against her because let's be honest, this has been extensive and extreme. This is probably one of the worst twists of a complete story that I've ever seen, like a complete. And then you have videos like we just went over yesterday that are or 2 days ago that are a complete twist of the truth. Like it's bad. It's absolutely bad. The mob mean girl mentality. Yep, absolutely. Denise, I don't remember what he goes by, what everybody on YouTube calls him. I'm not giving him any clout. That's why I'm not saying their names. If you don't know who it is that's been talking about me, you're not missing out. Trust me. They're little channels, I think, too. The one might be bigger. I don't know. The one isn't very big, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not entertaining that at all. A voice changer on the kitties. Nikki, there's a lot of trauma that I think pass themselves off as true crime, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot of personal misinformation or intentional misinformation spreading. A painting party, that would actually be kind of fun. I'd be down with something like that. I'm not an artist at all, but I'd be down with something like that. I see there's so many things we could do. And there's things like we could cook and we could open it up so one of you could come up and give me your recipe beforehand and I could go buy all the ingredients and make the recipe with you on live and all of us learn I mean, we could do so many things. There's so many things that we could do good out here, I think, or positive. Is it really hard to grow on YouTube? Is that what I'm understanding? I know that there's a lot of channels that have been covering stuff or popping up, and I don't know if they're newer channels. Again, I'm brand new to YouTube, so is it hard to usually get to the watch hours to get monetized for people? And I'm asking that genuinely because cats being assholes, now that's content. I was just saying when I started this, the one climbed up my curtains in my bedroom and just lays on the curtain rod. It's the goofiest thing. They're goofy. They're goofy as hell. But get blinded by hate sometimes. They have to see things. Clearly, they end up doing really bad things to their hurt people hurt people. That's the best explanation of that. It's a complete witch hunt. Yep, Nikki, it is. Yeah, yeah, it is truly a witch hunt. It's not churches, it's ladies with Chanel bags instead or channel bags. Ah, true crime dime. I am torn on the Dahmer show, to be honest. Um, I I love the fact that they're once again bringing awareness to certain things, but I think it was overdone. Um, in respect to the victims' families, potentially. I keep asking my other half that I kept saying, "Do you think that this is crossing lines?" Like, I don't know. I should research and see what if any of the families have been interviewed and what they think of it because I am torn on that. I think there's things that cross boundaries that could have been done a little differently with respect to the victims, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. There's a formula. Wolf guy from Scotland. Oh, see, that's another thing too. One of our very best friends, has miniature Highlanders. Um, I would love to show you guys those. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I could do. The the missing puzzle pieces, I think that's what we're seeing some of this too. Joy's supporters group was like family to them, and they all found such comfort in the community they built. I feel terrible that she lost all of that at a time when she could use the support the most. I think that a lot of the people that were in Dre's community also, because of being fed all of this drama and, it was really intense when they went about it, and exposing her to get go, like, they were aggressive with painting a certain picture of her. And I think a lot of the people that were either newer to her or, not as engaged, didn't catch up as much, that were on the line of not being like true OG followers of her, fell to the wayside and ran with that. So I think we saw a big divide of like her OG supporters and then kind of the ones that were just there. And a lot of those ones that were just there were looking for a community to build and grow out of, their own whatever they feel they need. So now they've moved on to creators like Molly, and they think they have this creator who's there for them again, but it's the differences are astounding, but I think you have a lot of people that have flipped there too. So it's been interesting for sure. Like none of her OG true supporters, I don't think are entertaining that, but you have a lot of the old followers that jumped on that and have ran with it too. And it's sad. I feel like they feel like Dre disappointed them somehow, or Dre personally affected them somehow. To me, a lot of the hatred towards her seems to come from a very personal place with some of these supporters, and it's odd for me. That makes sense. Oh, Wicked, I'm good. I'm totally able to be monetized. I was just talking about other channels. Like, I didn't know, granted, I grew, and this is why I asked that because I grew organically. I just started a YouTube channel and started posting videos, one after another after another. I didn't promote my channel besides on my Facebook page. I did all of this. I built this all myself, but I did it with a big story. So, unfortunately, again, I benefited off of Marvon's name, and I'm not going to say I didn't. My channel grew because of his story. And thankfully, I came to YouTube with the facts. I didn't come to YouTube with what I had been posting on Facebook or, when I was even in confusion. But when I came to YouTube, I tried to do it with a fact basis, and that's how I was able to grow. But again, it was because of the story. So it falls back to I grew because of Marvon, and I can never ever deny that. Like if anybody came to me and was like, "You benefited too," I would have to say, "Yeah, you're absolutely right, I did." Um but I was asking because I've heard for other channels, like, it's really hard to get a following. I just don't know how the whole process goes for most channels, if that makes sense. Nikki, that's what I was wondering too. The hashtags, I think they've been really important for a lot of people. I don't mess with around. I kinda copy and paste the same ones all the time because 'cause I'm lazy. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah, Amethyst Dizzy. See, I was wondering. I think it's very interesting, like, there's a lot that I didn't know about. I think the other thing too that this this documentary of the Dahmer, story showed a lot more, I think just back to back of how many times the police department let him get away. Like, they had him and let him get away. Like, that has been extremely frustrating, and I knew a lot of it before, but the way this has laid it all out, the story that was told here also really emphasized some of that for me, and I was like, "Oh my god." Linda Blue, I understand that. Oh, you hear my stomach gurgling? Arnico, I don't even know how many people I've subbed to be honest. A lot of people said graphic. Yeah. Oh, I do like Bailey Sarian. Yeah. Um, I would love to see any of these channels go back and do, a redo, but they won't. I don't think they will. I would love to see that too. Um, absolutely love to see that, Mary. But I think she's anti me, so I don't know if that would. I haven't watched anything that she's done, and I think she was just questioning if Katie controlled my channel, which was fair, 100% fair for them to question that. I don't care about any of that, but I don't know if she would. Oh, Zanny Mae, I have heard a little bit about that. We actually were talking about creators earlier, Nikki. We were going through and talking about, like, things that because I'm so new to YouTube, like, I've been trying to find things that I like or creators that I like or their content, and I'm, like, out here struggling to find anybody that I really like. Duty Ron, I like Duty Ron. That's the one I decided I really like. Yeah, I think there's a lot of that. Denise, I hold on, let me look at the thing. I've got all of it. I was offered monetization a while ago by YouTube. Um, I don't remember what the guidelines are. Uh, I think you have to have is it 4,000 to get monetized? I have 10,500. I don't know what it is for monetization, but I have the subscriber count. I'm not getting monetized, just so everybody knows. We were just talking about how, like, any advice for the people that are trying to grow because again, I grew and I'm not suggesting anybody do that. In fact, I've tried to take Marvon's name out of my hashtags and my titles and stuff to try and not link him to this drama um in ways too. So there's that. Ah, see? Oh, hold on. I gotta catch up. You guys are way Oh, I've never told anybody to cash at me, Denise. Never. Never. See, I would love to hit 10,000 subs and do fundraisers for actual 501(c)s. I would love to do that. But then again, I'm really picky when it comes to 501(c)s because a lot of those organizations pay their members and shit like that more than the actual charities themselves give to the cause, and I just don't get down right like that. So I would love to do stuff to help people, but some of that shit is just messy AF. Yeah, Denise, I've hit all the numbers. I all of them. Oh, she said I wasn't Katie? Okay, I see, I haven't watched her. She was the only one that I actually watched or subbed to, before any of this shit started off was Cece, and I love Cece's content for all her anti-MLM stuff. I 100% loved her content, but I've stayed away because I don't want a lot of these people drug in to bullshit either at the same time that me saying, "Oh, I like her," or whatever, people will be like, "Do you know, blah, blah, blah," start shit, which is bullshit. Amazon wish lists are weird. All of them have it. All of them have it. Right? The Dahmer story has been mind-blowing. I, of course, had heard about him, but to have it all out there to watch now was a bit much. It's very graphic for sure. You know what I was wondering though? I was trying to find recent interviews on the survivor to see, and that's such a tragic story in itself, like what happened to Tracy and how his life, spiraled from it. I just can't even imagine, I can't imagine surviving a serial killer and then trying to get your life back on track. Like that had to be hard too. Wow, true crime. Wow. Wow. Wicked, right? It's actually funny because I haven't talked to her in shit days. And when she does pop in, it's usually because I've posted something. Oh, it was because the Letitia post was the only reason why she popped in there the other day. Ooh, furniture refinishing. That's great. Yeah, Nikki, it's really sad, honestly, like how bad it's gotten. It's gotten really extensive and it keeps going and they're trying to amp it back up again. And I just don't crazy. No, there is true crime time. I think that there's a lot of monetized channels that do a lot of good. I'm not saying there's anything against monetized channels. Plus, I think people deserve to be paid for their content. I'm not against it whatsoever. The only reason why we were talking about that or like sub counts and stuff like that is there was somebody that said they had um 30 subs and they cover a lot of the stuff. I genuinely grew because of this story and putting the facts out there. And I think a lot of my first subs came to watch me fail. That's honestly what they did. Or the other ones came because they themselves had the same exact questions. So it was a mixed bag. But I was just one we were talking about it because I was genuinely curious about like is it hard for people to grow? Any advice for people like genuinely trying to grow, how to go about it? That's what monetization for channels, I could care less. I just don't get down with the exploitation of the victims' families. I don't get down with pushing 10 hours and sensationalizing the same thing over and over and over and over again, um, with no respect to the families. That's where I have a hard time. But that's my personal, of course, we always have that. The missing puzzle pieces, I'm gonna have to go, research that. I need to do that. I need to read the interviews. I read the one I looked up the stuff about Tracy, and then I looked up information about the police officers. I cannot believe that he was literally a police officer and involved in police proceedings and stuff around, the unions and things like that until 2017. One of the officers that legit gave the 14-year-old back to Dahmer was on the force or involved until 2017. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And Nikki, that's the problem though too is um a lot of people thought I was coming out and attacking the family when if they've been here from the start, they've realized that I had the same questions everybody else did too. We have basically kind of as a group came to conclusions and what's happened based on the facts slowly. It's been a painful process, but people thought even just questioning her was an attack on the family when in reality, what was happening is these people knew she had enough money for legal representation. And that when these bigger YouTube creators got involved and started pushing stuff off, she already had the opportunity and enough money to do what she needed to do at the time. So then when she opted to kind of backstab the people that had been helping her in the get-go and buddy up to certain YouTube creators, meanwhile, she had enough money to accomplish everything that they said was the goal to start. And then people started asking questions, and then it became "Oh, the family's being attacked." No, that's not it, because at the end of the day too, why are we not talking about his adoptive family? Why nobody wanted to talk about that. Nobody's wanted to talk about, you know, there is a whole group of siblings. There is all sorts of other people that don't have a say in this. Like it's But there has been there definitely I haven't been attacking the family, but there has been people that have asked questions. I haven't really seen any blatant attacks on Letitia or anything, but they've taken anything that we've asked as questions or anything as blatant attacks, and that we've just been out to attack the family. I have tried really hard not to do that. In fact, even like bringing up Marvon Sr.'s past and things that he's going through, that was hard for me to do because again, at the same time, it's really none of our business, but it had to be addressed because Letitia brought it up in text messages and told these admins and these creators this stuff. And then when other people found out about it, they were being blamed for saying he was incarcerated when that was the words that they were using. It's just been this freaking shit show of a mess. It's so bad. Yeah, Nikki, it's just been missing puzzle pieces. I totally understand. I'm still like, I think there's a lot of good we could do out here eventually. I'm focused on exploring the truth in this and, trying to give people a safe place to kind of calm their head or somewhere they can go to that's not going to attack them. Um, but I just don't know how to get these people to actually listen. I don't think many of these people want to listen. It's like willful ignorance. I really believe. Yeah, Denise, he was. It is important, Roseanne, in a certain aspect. Okay. So I get where that comes into play, past history and stuff like that. But on surface level, if you have something like, let's say this was all on the up and up. Let's say that that was her past, right? But this was the situation she needed money to get, I don't think that her past, if everything was done correctly, should affect her being able to get help to do those things had everything been on the up and up. But because once again, it was lied about and misconstrued and everything and was never on the up and up, then, because bad people or people who make bad choices, let's put it that way, because they're not bad people. Um, some of those people change and shit happens in their lives and they do need help and stuff like that. But then, when it's a pattern of behavior, people start calling that into question too. And at first, we didn't even know it was a pattern of behavior. We had no idea. Arnico, no, I mean, I can someday. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to talk about your story, 100%. I don't really need that view. The reason I say that is because, again, I can't really speak for him. Everybody's story is different. We don't know besides what we've heard him say and his friends and family, know and stuff like that. Um, but if you want to come up and we're going to talk adoption 100%. We can talk about adoption all the time. I just don't want to put anybody else's story that like might connect to his, or you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense at all. But we can absolutely talk about the adoption angle because that's very important. It's extremely important to me. Right, because no transparency, her past became relevant. Do you guys think that if her past would have been openly discussed and everything would have just been talked about openly, and this would have came to social media of, hey, I need help, this is what it is, and this is what's going on, and it was all transparent from the start, do you guys think that she should have, in that situation, do you think she would have been okay to ask for help if transparency? Yes, Arnico, 100%. Absolutely. Do you guys think it would be different? And if you guys haven't followed the missing puzzle pieces yet, please go do that. I need to start linking you in my videos. I've also tried to not make anybody else responsible or linked to my page, or because again, if anybody is saying, oh, nonsense says this, come to nonsense and ask, because I'll tell you exactly what I say. Denise, I feel like it would be too. I feel like if transparency would have been given from the get-go, and you guys, this is the part that just pisses me off because, well, in the Friday, I already told you guys a little bit earlier, but we're going to talk about how there's certain people going around saying that they know everything and giving information to certain people and then coming over here and doing the same thing. And that's been happening from the start. But you guys will see some of that because that is who I've been trying to make sure I shout him out, especially when I'm like, if you want to see the truth of what he actually says, go over there because they've been posting, a lot of videos. I never joined her supporters group. I wasn't a supporter. I felt weird about that. Plus there was enough out there already. I didn't want to breach that. I felt I have some respect inside me for other people. Arnico, I'm so sorry. I actually have a podcast that we're going to go over too about a crazy adoption story too. I'm so sorry, you guys. All of you guys have gone through that. No, I don't think she deserved anything, honestly. That money should have went to Dre and her kiddos, my opinion, of course. No, what I'm saying is if the story that they've pushed off, so let's say if she was the mom, like they've put off, that they had this great relationship, that things were on the up and up, that she was just trying to be able to see her son and being denied, right? Because in the beginning, a lot of people didn't even know he was adopted. So if their story, how they passed it off, would have been factual, I think it would have changed everybody's opinions and we would have never ended up here. And that would have overlooked her, like people would have overlooked her past if there was transparency given on any bit of this and it would have been truthful, which we know it wasn't. But I think people with hard times, and bad pasts can get in situations where they do need help, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Nikki, that's good to hear. Because the lies are still going. It is so insane. I just don't know how. What do you guys honestly think? I want to hear what you guys say. Like, what do you think? What point are we at? Like, where do we go from here? Do we keep calling Molly out on her shit? Because, and everybody else that she got another creator to do some TikToks. What is she trying with TikTok? Why is she pushing so hard for TikTok? Does anybody have any idea why that now? Why that's going on? Because that makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, they've had no care whatsoever about going at Dre. None. And you want to know what's something really sad to me that I've thought about? Dre has the 3 kids, right? Sorry, it's loud outside again. I've obviously never watched Uni Rock. Jenny, what do you obviously I've watched Uni Rock. What did I say that I've not watched that can you give me context to that before I laugh? Because I've watched him a lot. Nobody. Don't bark. Come here. Come here. No barking. Is it money? Is Dexter? Sorry, I'm outside again. All about the money. Yeah, I see. This is why are we pushing to TikTok so hard? Is there a reason? Wicked. That's how I was like, wait, huh? Like, I go in there and chat with. I go chat with anybody. Have you guys not seen how I mean, that's the funny thing is I will go chat anywhere. Doesn't mean anything. But I've spent a lot of time in there. That's why I was confused by that. I was like, wait, I have been there though. Yeah. What about them? And we've seen how much money has gone to the family, right? People, I think, are pretty set on over 20K, right? We're pretty sure that they've gotten over 20K. So let's say that. I really highly wonder if Dre's even gotten that type of support, which of course I don't know. I don't have contact with her, but she's supporting 3 kids and her husband and all of their needs and not being able to work because they've pretty much damaged all of that, which I don't even know the extent of the damage that's been done there. But oh yeah, he gives credit to me all the time. He helped me get to 1,000. 100%. That was Uni that helped me get my channel up. True crime, I hope so. I really hope so, to be honest. I've said that from moment one. Even if she put me on something, I'd show up, I'd be there and tell the truth. That's what else can we do? But I really hope she does because this is going to impact the rest of her life. I don't know how people are missing that. This is going to destroy a lot of things for them. I don't know how that's being missed over. Did she respond or did she leave after she said that about Uni? I was really curious what context she was asking me that in. Because I have watched him a lot. I don't know. Okay. Moving on. I don't know. I just don't see a way out of this. I don't see a good end to this. I don't. I hope she sues the shit out of a lot of these people. You're 100% right. And for me, I think she's got a very freaking good case. Oh, that was something I was going to tell you guys too. Something that is happening. There's a lot of these little channels that are popping up that seem minuscule because they're little channels, right? But they are some of the stories that they're going with. If you watch this stuff and if you by chance take recordings of this stuff, I think we might need a place to dump all this stuff. So what's actually being done and said can be found because a lot of them are dirty deleting shit too. Clemson, I do that at times. I do the same thing. It doesn't matter who you are at the end of the day. You can say I don't want drama and then you get stuck in the middle of the freaking drama. It happens on a daily. Like Friday Fright, it's going to be drama. It's not drama. It's just addressing, like, I'm sick of the bullshit lies. But it's drama. Like, it's almost impossible. And that's totally okay. You guys can absolutely I'm not telling anybody to like and even creators that I share, content, there might be a video that I really like, but that doesn't mean that it goes for everything that they say. I'm not co-signing on anybody's shit. That's the other really weird thing is people instantly start pairing you up with people and letting people speak for you. And I'm like, I've got two mods on YouTube, and they don't speak for me at all. Like legit don't talk for me. And I don't talk for them. Never would that be the case. Like what they say is what they feel. What I say is what I feel. But it's fun to hear nonsense says this, nonsense says that. And I'm like, I did? When? Because I don't even think that. That shit's fun. Because we do get a good laugh about it. Jennifer, I don't think some of y'all could handle my DMs, to be frank. I don't think some of these people could handle the shit that's going on in my DMs. I've got people from all sides of the place tattling to me. And that's the funny thing is because I don't show a tenth of what goes on. Not even close. And I hate having to out DMs. I really do. It's not something I like. But if you come at me with bad intent and continue to lie on me, you push me to a corner. That's weird to me too. And nothing against you guys at all. Yes, amethyst. We all have our wait. Why do you not? Do you have a wrench? Or is it just because I'm looking at it from here? I'm like, wait. Oh, you do. Okay. I don't understand. Like, I bugged them. I was like, can I mod you to like I bugged them about it because I was like, I think I need one just in case I have to step away or something and somebody spams the chat. We don't block anybody. I don't even know if we blocked one person besides like spam, like the weird sex bots or whatever they are. But all these channels have like 20 mods or they mod everybody. I don't get it. Is there something with that on YouTube? Does a wrench have some sort of meaning that I'm missing? Can anybody tell me that? Because they can't even see anything good. Can you? We've never even talked about what they can and can't see or can't. Because we're just not like that. It's so weird. This shit's weird to me. I don't understand it. Like, I appreciate everybody stepping up and like volunteering to mod for me. It's nothing against any of you guys. It's just weird to me because I'm like, what do you guys want? And why do you want a mod for me of all people? Chatty. God, there's so much I want to say there. And it's going to come out. But I don't think Goose is Penelope. I do not. I do not think that. But I could be wrong. Again, I just don't think so. But I've noticed she's definitely on another alt. There's an alt that I have in mind, but I just can't until I have confirmation. I can't say a lot, and I'm talking about who Goose is. Again, see, this is the stuff like people think I'm like trying to find people's real life. I haven't even spent any time looking for who Goose is or anything. I have a picture of her real face. I don't think I've ever even looked to see if it's following me on. No, I haven't. I just don't care. Okay, Mochas. That's what I was wondering. Like, yeah, it's weird. Jenny, can you explain what you have a problem with on that? And maybe I can help you understand a little bit, or we can talk about it openly about what you don't like about that. And maybe I can understand a little bit. I'm just not sure. I'm wondering if it's just disrespect to women in general, if that's what you are taking it as, because I don't see it that way. But I'm open to hearing what you say too. Definitely. And again, I'm not there. I speak, you guys see how I do my stuff. Like this is how I am. Tissa. Who's Tissa? I don't even know who it is. So obviously, nope, not for me. After all, she's a grieving mother. Okay. So are you in the understanding that Letitia's a victim? Can I ask you that if you're comfortable saying that? And then we can maybe walk back and maybe I can help you understand a bigger picture that maybe you're missing. Because Letitia is definitely not a victim at any way, shape, or form. I question that. I really question that if they do have Penelope's information, because if somebody does have Penelope's real information, yeah, I don't know. Again, I question if that is the truth or not. We've just seen people drop so much stuff when they do have it that I don't know. Yeah, I have questions. Someone called Goose Cat. I thought that was weird. Cat or Kate? I don't know who she is, to be honest. Yeah, that's Amethyst. No, yeah. I'm trying to understand, like, if she's looking at it just from a mom standpoint, like, I can get in the understanding that she's a mom going through a lot and probably has a lot of regrets, from the past and all of these other things. I can totally understand all of that 100%. But as far as anything as her being a victim in this story and or not responsible or taking accountability for what she has done and said that has been extremely harmful to Marvon and Marvon's story, I can't get down with that. I can't. There's nothing around there that I can really wrap my head around, if that makes sense. Mocus. Tamara, I can't understand how they can. Yeah, she's definitely changed her name. Oh, cool. See, I didn't even see any of those. I didn't see any of the texts. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, doesn't Tia know who Goose is? I would think Tia would absolutely know who Goose is. But that being said, too, they were friends at one point in time, so I don't expect her just to be out here doxing her information either. Which at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who Goose is. It doesn't matter really. She is passing misinformation. I could care less who she is. She is careless about her information that she spreads. That's what I have a problem with. I don't give a shit about her personal life one bit. I care about the fact that she's lying flat out and running with a story that is completely fabricated. That's what I give a shit about. Yeah. Thank you. So we're going to talk about and bash on Dre every single day, and that's okay. But we're gonna have pity for Letitia. I can't really understand the separation. Like, I guess, I guess I don't know. Hey, unseen crime, true crime. We're just BSing, doing a Friday check-in. I came on to check in on everybody's mental health and just bullshit with everybody, kind of catch everybody up on the fact that there is so much freaking drama. It's unbelievable. And it feels like it's swallowing my inbox right now. So I've been avoiding messages in my inbox. And then we talked about different creators that everybody likes and or things that they don't like or what turns them off about creators. We weren't bashing on anybody. We were just talking openly about everybody's different likes and dislikes. There's creators for everybody. We talked about how monetization works because I'm clueless as fuck and don't know and don't even know how normal people grow channels on YouTube. Again, I give total credit to the Marvon's story and why I have a channel and the followers I do, because thankfully people wanted the truth. So that's where I'm at. But I'm never going to take that away from that was because of this story, unfortunately. So we talked about that. What else did we talk about? We've talked about the Friday Frights coming up and what it's going to entail somewhat. Anything else we talked about? Oh, people that have made videos about this story and then disappeared silently. These big, huge fucking creators with major platforms that ran with the story, posted about the story, and yet have not came back and or corrected any of their misinformation that they've spread or tried to do justice in helping fix any of this whatsoever. They made money off of their original videos and then all walked away from it because they knew there was freaking issues, but they don't have the balls to stand up and take accountability for anything. So we've talked about that. I don't know. We've kind of been all over the place. We talked about my dog being manipulative. I don't know what else. You didn't miss a whole lot. We've kind of been all over, just chatting. I don't like being on here for hours and hours and hours, but it's easy to get on here and be on here for hours. Like, I can see why these people can sit there and talk for 9 hours because legit, there's so much that you could talk about. Amethyst, did I miss anything? And just so everybody knows Nunya's fine. She's either working or busy. Like, if she's not here, I don't message the girls that do have mods and are like, I never message them and I'm like, can you get to my live? Never once done that. So if the mods aren't in here, it doesn't mean I'm fighting with any of them. There's only 2 of them. So right, unseen. These freaking little buggers run the show between the dogs and the cats in this house. The kids don't even get a say like they do. Little shits, huh? And he has to be in the middle of this all the time, so you hear him huffing and puffing or gargling or coughing or, you know. Oh, yeah, my cat on the curtain rod. I have videos. I will post a picture of that because it's freaking hysterical. Kathy, if I start eating on camera, oh, somebody please stop me. I have issues with eating at the same time. Arnico, thank you for being here. Absolutely. Oh, we talked about how it's weird that everybody wants wrenches, and I don't even understand what wrenches can do for people or what they can't do or what they can see and what they can't see. And that it's nothing against anybody that's offering to be a mod, but it's weird to me because I just don't know. We don't block anybody over here really, except spam. And I mean, we will block people at times, I'm sure to come. It will happen, but Chatty, I have that whole thing. I have that whole video recorded. Linda, yeah, I have a big heart and I'm not afraid to show it for sure. What did you say? Yes, Roseanne. Yeah. Somebody did ask me. They were like, "Are you and Nunya okay? Because I haven't seen her around." That message just popped up because she popped in earlier and then left. People ask me shit like that all the time. People get worried about the weirdest things, and I'm like, "Wait, what? What just happened here?" Yeah, somebody dropped down. They notice, and it's nothing against people, but when you see somebody together, and a lot of channels, you see their mods like have to be there. I think that's something else. Like they go live and tell their mods they might have a mod group chat or something that they're like, hey, so when they pop on instantly, their mods are like right there. I don't even tell them that I'm going live. Like that's that's the shit. I don't even let them know beforehand. Well, sometimes I'll like say, hey, I'm gonna do a stream here and there. I said that last night and fell asleep. So they know unless it's scheduled not to even, and then half the time I don't tell them until afterwards. So they're like, "I didn't even know," or you'll see them pop in and be like, "Oh, I gotta go back and watch the beginning because I just don't." Yeah, Roseanne, everybody is pretty respectful in here. It's funny. Jennifer, I have a big butt and I'm not afraid to show it. Oh, Nikki, I love trolls. So, I'm from Facebook. I'm from the Facebook world of, like, old school trolling days. That shit don't phase me whatsoever. And one of these days, I will talk about, like, my first experience of being initiated by trolls and how it went down and what happened with it, but by the end of it, I was sitting there laughing and had, like, 400 new followers because you can some of them get out of control and absolutely need blocked, and they just stir the pot, but there are some that are super funny, and it's just people needing a release at the end of the day, and some of them, yeah, take it too far. Those are the ones that need to be blocked, but some of them are just harmless. I don't know. It does none of that shit works me up that bad until they really get going, and then it's just, fuck it. I control the fuck out of somebody, let's be honest. Like, if I want to be mean, and that's why when I said I kept my nose clean on this, I did not pull any shady stuff. I didn't troll anybody. I didn't participate in any of that shit because I started to see that this was a problem from the start. But yeah, some of that shit's funny. You gotta laugh. I mean, I like some of the funny shit too. This stuff gets serious. Trolls can be hysterical. It's some people can't handle it though, and there's times and places and there's subjects that mental health. You come in here rocking everybody about or, talking to everybody about their mental health and throwing out some shit on people's mental health and personally attacking somebody, yeah, you're gonna have a lot to come back at you. I don't get down with trolling like that. I don't get down with a lot of the stuff. Like there is funny, like the old school trolls, the couch shit is old, but now it's like all of these like 20-year-old kids that are trying to troll and they suck. They suck so bad at it. And they try to get reactions and they just are terrible. So old school trolls are fun. The new school trolls are like, you need to try again. Everybody in the chat is always really Nikki, she won't mention my name. She won't send her people over here. And let me tell you, her people come rolling in here. We're gonna laugh at them too, and they can just sit here and look stupid. Like it's not like that, They can say whatever they want to. It's how we also learn, blocking people from conversations is not the way we want to do it, but it's wicked, right? uh Yeah, Jennifer, my mission on this has been totally different. Like, this isn't fun and games to me. I take this very seriously. There's a time and place for that type of shit, and this isn't it. Like, this is a very serious story and a very serious. I can get down and have fun. We can do all that stuff, but this is not the situation for that, if that makes sense. Is your couch for sale? Oh my gosh. Ugh. Does your couch pull out because your mom, that one? Ugh. Yeah, that can be the the words in the chat to get it flagged. I think that only really works on if you're, like, in the algorithm, though. I don't hit the algorithm because I just hang out here. Oh, Denise, good night. I hope you get some sleep. I'm so sorry. The missing puzzle pieces, right? I know, and I don't even drink. Shit, we can't even have, like, a nightcap live because I don't drink. I can drink Diet Coke with y'all, but that's about it. I don't know. I think I that's why I do love coming on here. In fact, maybe I'll pop back on tonight for a little while or something and do like a late evening chat because I have people from all over the United States and the countries, like people in different countries that are on all sorts of different time zones. So maybe I'll do another check-in, later this evening or something and give more people an opportunity to talk. But It is nice to come in here and everybody is so respectful to one another. No, even if we disagree on certain things, people are respectfully explaining why. And even when we were talking about different channels that people like and dislike, nobody was being disrespectful to these channels or to people that like the channels or anything. Like everybody was very uplifting to what I saw. Oh, Nikki, you're in the UK? Holy shit. What time is it there? Oh, yeah, 100%. I 100% stand by that with you. Yep, 100%. Jennifer. Okay, I have to be honest with you guys. I honestly think why people are begging on her fun bags so bad is because they look like they might be under the muscle to me, just from others that I've seen. Um, and then potentially weight gain after being under the muscle. Those look a little bit differently, just from people I know personally that have gone under the muscle, got them under the muscle, and then gained weight afterwards. They are so heavy and firm. Like, I can't even tell you. This is my mom I'm talking about too, not me. But hers were so heavy and firm, even after a little weight gain, that I think that might be why people are begging on them so bad. But I don't know. I There's a lot of people that I tried not to look that hard. I was just looking at the shape because they looked really hard to me, and I was like, "Ouch, that looks painful." To be honest, that's all I thought. And then how many other of you went in the mirror when you got in the shower the next day and were like, "Yep, I'm pretty proud of what I've got." That's what I did. Oh, she said under the muscle? Okay, then that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. I didn't know that, but Jennifer, I don't want that title, please. I don't wanna be a ringleader for nothing. Nothing, not even my own zoo here or circus in my home. Nikki, if she did that, oh, that she would not like my response. Oh, yes, Jamie girl, of course. Thank you for being here so much. I appreciate you guys all. That shit cracks me up. I actually didn't even realize that's why people are like, "Show me your face," because my camera is taped. So if I do hop on panels, I don't remove the tape. So they sit there and are like, "Show me your face or flash me something," and I didn't even realize that's what they were wanting, so that it's not like a body part. Finally, Rabbit told me the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that's what you guys wanted." I felt terrible. I'm like, "Oops." And she's like, "Yeah, that's why we do that." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I told y'all I don't do this stuff." I was being honest. They all thought I came up rolling on here that I am this huge channel that was just trying to slide in and be slick by starting this. Nope, that's not it. Oh no. You got flashed and mooned in the same day, Granny? Was it Let me guess, was it a guy that mooned you? Please tell me that's not something that females are out here doing, really? Flash and why? I don't know. I mean, I might be proud of mine, but they're for my other half's eyes only. He would be so pissed if I was out here flashing everybody. Oh my god, he would be so mad at me. Not because he would be mad that I showed anybody, that's my body, I can do with it what I want, and he knows that, but he would be so upset that I disrespected myself like that. That's what he would be upset with me about. Not because I showed his fun bags to somebody, he's probably wanted to show them to a few people too, to brag about him, little brat. But let me be honest, he would be really mad because I disrespected myself. They woke her up in the middle of the night to deal with drama. What? Is that what she said? Yeah, right? The missing puzzle pieces. I think we're I think we're good over here in our little world. I'm good with not being a big channel. That's absolutely okay with me because people aren't trying to flash me nothing. I don't need to see that. Yeah, I just don't need to see it either. Nope, we can all not have to bleach our eyeballs. Oh, I hope that's but maybe she's asking them to. Maybe she asked them to notify her. She could, there's that's what I always say, like, there's so much going on the back end of things that maybe she did need to address something right away, or maybe she asked them to let her know. So I'm hesitant to even make a state or like anything there because there's just so many facts that who knows what happens. If any of you guys ever message me in the middle of the night and expect me to come on here to address drama, first of all, know that I'm probably sleeping. I do have insomnia, but I've started to go to bed early and then I've been getting up at like 5 a.m., which sucks. But um yeah, I won't be responding. Uh I just yeah, no. If they're talking about me, they can talk about me the next day too. There ain't nothing worth that time. Right? Ta-ta! See, I could be sitting here in the nude right now. I really could, and you guys would have no clue. Yeah, Granny, that's what I was wondering. Maybe she couldn't sleep or maybe she asked. Um, and everybody has a different thing too. Like, there's all sorts of people that don't feel that that's disrespecting themselves or anything, like, to each their own. There's complete, nudist colonies and stuff. I ain't knocking anybody for whatever, they are just boobs at the end of the day. Like, they really are. It's just skin. But to me, it is. That's my personal opinions and personal views for me. Everybody else can do what they want. There's people out here that just, you know, they have no that's something that they don't care about whatsoever. It's just boobs. And hell, if they're gonna make money, right? I ain't knocking anybody. Ugh. 12 hours on YouTube though is a lot. I can't even imagine. Speaking of which, I'm gonna hop off here in 4 minutes because I gotta go get a kid. Yeah, we could all be nude. We could all be sitting here in the nude and nobody would ever know. Oh gosh. See, that's the problem is because there is a high potential of having children in the audience too. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't I'm down with whatever people do. To me, sex work, go for it. If you're comfortable enough to do that, more power to you. I'm not. And I'll be very frank about that. I am not secure enough with myself, like my body, to be showing it and making money off of it and being like, yeah, that looks good. I don't, I have self confidence, but I'm not to the point where I could be camera ready and be okay with it. Does that make sense? I'd be like, can we edit that a little bit? And can we take that out? And why do I make that face? But it would just never work. Let's be honest. I would suck. I would be in the hole. I would be paying people to watch my content if I had an OnlyFans. I'd just post feet pictures without my calluses showing. Right, Roseanne. That's what I'm saying. People do all sorts of stuff. Like they do. Yeah, Orion, see, that's the thing too, like, I have all girls, so it's only my other half here. That's a boy, unfortunately. He's stuck with all of us crazy girls, but he is so good. But the girls are, like, finally the little ones are coming into the age of, like, everything is changing, and he's so respectful with them, but he, like, they, I wear a bra all day long or whatever, except in the summer with certain tank tops on because I don't want the strap showing. My little one goes, "Your areolas are showing the other day," and I was like, "Wait a second, what are you talking about?" Because I was floored that she knew what they were called, first of all, but then it turned into a whole different conversation of, "Okay, well, this is why, but they're not really showing. That's a different part of the boob." So, oh god, girls are a mess. But we're trying to do the whole thing too, like, it's acceptable to not wear a bra in certain tank tops, but other ones, but that's not my areolas that are actually showing, that's the nipple. Like, kids, man, kids, what are you gonna do? Oh, and there's my alarm to go get my child. See, I even set an alarm to go get my kids. Yeah, that bra coming off at the end of the day, like, they're not at that age of figuring that out, but oh my gosh, you guys, there is so much. No, Amethyst, right? That's don't people lose their channels for shit like that? That's what I don't understand. Why do certain creators get away with it? Is because they're making YouTube money? Is that what it is? Is that what's going on? Because I don't get it. Yeah, see, I don't even know where they were. Like, that's you're taking a whole lot of risk there, and especially because we know that some of the son's friends do watch, so from her own words, so yeah, I don't know. You guys just won't get that from me, I'm sorry. If I start showing my tatas to you, please, somebody come take my computer away. There is a couple people that actually well, there's a lot of people that actually do know who I am that would probably send help to my doorstep. Oh, shit, I haven't even told you guys the story about my neighbor. Yeah, I might have to come back tonight because we could talk for hours about fun stuff. And maybe I'll come on tonight because there's some other people that aren't here right now that I wanna check on their mental health. Yeah, and, to each their own. Everybody has different standards, and here's the thing. I ain't out here knocking or am not gonna be out here knocking people for whatever they choose to do in their lives. That's not it. I am not the end all be all, know everything about everything because that's far from the truth. And I have no right to judge people based on choices that they're making in their lives as far as, personal things. I am going to judge the fuck out of your behavior and your actions when it involves other people and harmful behaviors towards other people that we are all subjected to and that are leaving absolute destruction in their path. I will call you out every fucking day on your horrible behaviors. And I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care if you're my friend. If my friends were out here behaving like this, let me just first and foremost say that my real life friends would never. You guys have, well, most of them are professionals and they would never cross the boundaries that we see being crossed on YouTube. But that being said, too, if I was to act like that or my real friends were to act like that, they'd be on that fucking phone or calling my other half and saying, "You need to something's happening, she needs help." Legit. Those people in my real life would spaz if I started to act like that. Just 100%. They would never play. You guys would get a swift she's fucking done because this is affecting everything around her and we're pulling the plug. That's legit. So, but ta-ta time, ta-ta string. Oh, look at, I just figured out. Did you guys know? Did I tell you the other day that we're both Capricorns? Me and Molly are both Capricorns. Does that ring a bell? Anybody understand that? What that means? This could get interesting between me and her. Yes, yes, Amethyst. You don't sit out here and act like an advocate and do those things and especially advocate for children and then do those things. That's just you just don't. No, not at all. Roseanne, right? There's a lot of people and that's what I expect, that's why when people tell me what to do with my channel and stuff or give me advice or anything like that, I listen to it all and I'm usually respectful in return. Some people get me at a certain moment and I will snap at you or I'll just give you a little attitude. But at the same time, I respect people that care enough about me to give me their input and say, "Hey, I think this might be a dangerous slope to go down." But some of them will also say, "Hey, I know what your intent was with this, but this is what happened." And I'll be like, "Hell yeah, that's what happened and I didn't mean to, and I don't know how to correct it," or, blah blah blah, or because I feel like I'm trying to be transparent, I can't go back and delete certain things because then I'm just a dirty deleter. So stuff like that does happen and I 100% love those people that have enough sense in them to say, maybe this isn't a good road. So that I do respect too. Lucy, thank you. Wicked, are you too? Oh, shit. Loosey goosey. Our Nico. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I did set my alarm early because I knew I'd talk over. It's never an easy, goodbye. If I am going to pop on later, it'll be later this evening. Maybe I'll call the other half and ask him if he's up for he wasn't feeling very good today. He works so fucking much. That man is the hardest working man ever. And just so everybody is aware, I absolutely adore my other half. To me, he's human. We've all got our faults, but that man is an absolute blessing. So I don't come on here and talk shit about my relationship either. So you guys won't get that. You won't get drug in the middle of my drama. But all right. With that said, Contessa, Orion, thank you for being here. Thank you guys all for being here and hanging out. This was 2.5 hours of bullshit. See, this is why people talk for 9-10 hours. It's easy to do. But with that said, Nikki, Jennifer, Amethyst, Roseanne, Orion, Wicked, everybody else in here. Let me go up. Hope, Lucy, Peg, Marcy, all of you, the missing puzzle pieces, Linda, both Lindas, and everybody else I missed that was in here that chatted with us. Thank you all. So Creative Renewal. Thank you all so much for being here, popping in, saying hi, giving me your time. I value your guys' time very highly. And I know that you're opting to be here with me. And that means a lot to me. Cherie, you need to go to sleep. Please get some sleep. You absolutely deserve rest. You do a lot out here. So, okay. Anyways, with that. Okay. All right. Now I'm out. All right. Contessa over and out.